What's good, y'all, man? We got Food Theory, man. Our double stuffed Oreos a scam. You feel me, man? You better test the theory out, man. And about to see. You got like, well, this is double stuff. You got the mega stuff. You got the thin. I ate those. Those are, I mean, they all the same. It's just they all the same ripped. You know what I'm saying? They got the mint ones. I think those are golden Oreos. Those orange one, motherfucker, cream, white cream and shit, some type shit. And they got the original motherfucker. So yeah, you about to see if they're a scam though. Like it up, sub, man. Yeah. Alright. Let's get it. I'm about to do my intro. I've been mixing up some shit. Don't mind me, y'all. Shit, I'm okay. Oh yeah, they got the cover ones. The cover ones be fine because it's like to go. You know, in the gas station, you know what I mean, on the trip. Shit, yeah, those motherfuckers be fine. No cap.
When you open up one of these Oreos, they're so thin. Like, I know that there are Oreo thins.
Yeah, I'm about to say they got. I mean, I think those are like less amount. I think those are less like those like the healthy ones type shit. You feel me? You ain't eat all that all too much, so you get the thin ones. You know what I mean? Type shit.
But like these guys, it's like I'm eating a chocolate wafer and there's maybe a fraction of cream in there, and then I open up double stuff and I'm like, oh, look at that thick layer of cream in there. I want that thickness inside my. Nope, don't say that. I should not have said that. That was a mistake. Mistakes were made.
I don't know, it's a pause or what?
Friends, lots of mistakes were made. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory.
Food Theory.
Where today is a delicious day because we've got a lot of Oreos set to test. You'll see a...
I don't know what's the bottom ones, but I think those, the golden some shit. I know them, the original one, they got the mint, the thin ones, double stuff, and the mega stuff. I heard them, I never tried them. I don't eat candy, you know, or sweets like that like I used to. I do, but it's like every now and then, you know what I mean, type shit. So, yeah.
Around me, we have Oreos of all different shapes and sizes.
Yo, that's all right. Yo, I'm right. The most stuff backed by popular demand. 100,000 vote for me. Damn, limited edition. That's now. I want to look at that. Look at that motherfucker. Now you think this motherfucker look like this? You open them motherfuckers up, it be looking like this probably. Everybody probably look like this. I ain't gonna lie. If you open that motherfucker, it probably look like that, man. No cap. I know it do. These probably the same way. You know how you open motherfucker, you know, because, you know, hey, the pictures look good, though. The pictures look good, man. It's like food, too. It look good when you eat it or you look at it. It's like, they ain't the same thing as the picture. You know what I mean? You just, like, it ain't the same thing.
We've got everything from your Oreo minis.
Yeah, no, those are good, like, on the road trip. Those are good right there. You know, you just drive.
To your thin boy Oreos, all the way to your thick boy Oreo.
You see how I'm telling y'all? Look, it's like, I don't like a lot.
And your thicker boy Oreos, all in an effort to see, is a double stuff Oreo truly double the stuff as your basic?
I think it's the same shit, but it just make it, you feel me? I mean, it's probably a little different, but I won't think it's a lot different type shit.
To me, there is absolutely no way that this is twice this. No way. And so I'm determined to prove it. And then from there, we're also exploring different types of Oreos.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Hey, they just gonna get your money. I mean, we're gonna buy it though, of course. You know what I mean? They're gonna do what they gonna do type shit.
How do Oreo minis factor in? How do Oreo thins factor in? What about golden Oreos? These guys are kind of the also-rans of the Oreo family. Are they any different? I threw in some mints just because the minty Oreos, it's not so much whether I'm curious about how much stuffing is inside. I just wanted an excuse to buy these because when you're talking about alternative Oreo flavors, these are the best. And then lastly, of course.
Yeah, I had them. No, they good though. No cap. They good.
We're getting to the big boys, the mega stuffs and the more stuffs. If we were to classify these, are these what? Triple stuff Oreo? Quadruple stuff Oreo? Because it's not mega stuff. Mega means million stuff. And that's
true.
False advertising. And I'm not the only person who's been curious about this. Other people have done this experiment to varying results. Take it away, VO.
I thought them two the same. They look like the same type of Oreo. Like they just call it double stuff. But they look like the same shit. Y'all looking at the bot like y'all look. They look like the same. Only thing they change is the double stuff. But they look the same though. They be getting y'all motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie. But hey, shit, I'll buy them too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, Matt Pat, back in
Look, they got me. They got me, y'all. No cap.
2013, Nabisco came under fire when Dan Anderson, a high school math teacher in Queensbury, New York, decided to bring some Oreos to school for a hands-on class activity. His class found that Oreos double-stuffed cookies were not, in fact, what they claimed. According to their measurements, the so-called double-stuffed cookies were more like Oreos 1.86 stuffed cookies.
That's what I'm saying. They a little different, but I won't say they a big different. That's what I was saying in the beginning. They a little different, y'all. But I ain't gonna say they a big difference.
He shared the results on his blog and it got picked up by the news. Weeks after, Business Insider did their own video
Oh shit.
investigation and found that double-stuffed Oreos were closer to 1.91 stuff. Not quite as low as Dan Anderson's high school math class measured, but still shy of truly being double the stuff. Now, that might seem like a small thing to get all worked up over, but remember that we live in a world where Subway ended up paying $500,000 to settle a lawsuit over the fact that their foot-long sandwiches were sometimes only 11 inches.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that shit. Damn. They spent how much? They got lost over how much? $500,000? Almost all which it goes to the damn $500,000 because they shit with 11 inches. You can't lie. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. You can't lie, but you know that's every restaurant, man. They gonna say, yeah, we got 13-inch. You know, good ain't no 13 inch. You know what I mean? But they got to say they product, man. Somehow, some way, somehow, man.
Is long, which is probably why Nabisco made official statements in the aftermath of both of these stories, asserting that their double-stuffed Oreos were exactly what they claimed to be.
So that is what we're here today to do, to look at whether the double stuffed Oreo truly has double the stuffing as a single stuffed Oreo. I can't imagine that that's the case, but we'll find out today. You might think that we're just going to be weighing the cream, but because it's a little bit difficult to get all of the cream and get it nice and standardized.
Yeah, you can't read, y'all. I mean, you could try, but sometimes it's going to be like that little one right on the cookie fact still in that motherfucker. So it's like, it's kind of hard to do that shit.
We're actually going to be weighing the full cookie and then the cookies without the cream. That way
see how he was doing, see?
The full cookie and then the cookies without the
See how you trying to scrape the whole thing. You can't see, look, you scrape the whole thing. It ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Because look, you still got a little bit left. You feel me? That's still in the cookie. So that's why you can't really measure, you feel me? The cream, because it still got something in there.
Cream. That way we're getting as standard of a measured as we can. That also allows us, in the event that we're having a hard time getting rid of all the queen. Where's the queen filling? The other thing that this is nice to have is if we have a hard time separating out the cream, it allows us to do things like maybe melt it off. Or maybe do other things to really get all that cream off the cookies.
That melting the cream off idea? Yeah, I just tossed that out as a random thought while we were recording. I would later come to regret that decision.
So here's cookie number 1 of the great double stuffed cookie experiment. Here we go. 11.4. And now what we do is we're just gonna twist. Got cream on both sides, so we're gonna scrape it off. Oh yeah, this is... It's close.
That's what I'm saying. See, you
it's
can't
just
get
buried in the nooks and crannies.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't get all of it. That's why you can't really measure it. The look is still
Now, obviously, that's adding weight to the cookies, so I'm only doing that for comedic effect. Yes, I see you, all you science nerds. You're like, the moisture is making the cookie heavier. I get it. I get it. It's a joke. It's a joke. I know my saliva is heavy. I've got the heaviest saliva in the business. Sorry. 8.2.
Okay, so initially I was dissatisfied with the amount of scraping I was having to do to get all the cream out of the nooks and crannies, and thus the great hairdryer experiment began.
So we're trying plan B.
Oh, you're doing something else.
hair dryer. It's gonna melt, right? Right? Sure. Let's find out together, friends. For science! It's hot, I'll give it that. Oh yeah, you can see it melting.
Yeah, it's working a little bit. A little bit.
It's hot on my fingies.
Set it on a plate.
Set it on the
Set on the plate. Nah.
plate, they say. Don't burn your fingies, they say. Just blew it off, Jason.
As you can probably tell, the hairdryer method was not long for this world. Not only was it bad for my sensitive fingies, it was also just liquefying the cream, causing it to seep deeper into the chocolate wafer. That being said, it did come with one upside.
Oh, yeah. That's a win.
They're
Never
good.
have Oreos that you left out in the car, and they're nice and warm and a little melty? That might be peak Oreo. Where's melty Oreo flavor? That was awesome.
In the end, we scrapped the hairdryer and settled on more traditional cream separation methods. And if it wasn't obvious yet, after a few hundred Oreos, both the cookies and my sanity were starting to crumble.
So when you break it down, there are really 3 different ways of separating an Oreo from its cream. First off, my personal favorite, the twist. Just boop. Smooth. So smooth. Number 2, this one's gonna do it. The hinge joint, where you pull it open.
So fat. Brendan, you're not fat. It's the shirt. Look at Nate. His
Damn, you slap his ass.
classic.
Nah, he slapped his ass too. What the fuck was that?
And like a book.
Yeah, he's
Look
like
at how clean that is. This one has a high risk, high reward. Because you'll notice less cream on the opposite cookie. However, you're gonna get a lot of breakage of the chocolate. And of course, number 3, there it is, the slide. But you get the
You
most
get-
cream on both sides.
Yeah.
Not loving the slide, but there are people out there who are like, it's the only way to go.
Yep, this is my life, discussing the minute details of people separating the halves of a sandwich cookie. And that descent into madness didn't just stop at cookie dissection either. It's not often that you're presented with such a huge sample size of Oreos, but when you are, you start to notice weird things about them, like the fact that the pattern on the chocolate cookie differs from single stuff to mega stuff.
The pattern on these Oreos is actually different. Look,
But it is?
here's
They different?
the mega stuff. And here's the pattern.
Oh, it
for the
is
single
different.
stuff.
Yeah, I
Different.
see it.
This one is more line-based, and this one's more like crisscross pattern-based. Wonder why?
Maybe the bigger cookie has a different line pattern to give it better structural integrity? Honestly, I don't know. Despite the differences in texture between the regular and mega stuff wafers, they were roughly the same weight, so maybe
Same. See, I'm telling y'all, they be finessing y'all, motherfucker. This is the same. How's the same way supposed to be mega stuff in that motherfucker?
different manufacturing machines? It's very odd. Other minute details that my cookie
Probably is different, man. Yeah, but I'm like, how's the same stuff, same weight? I mean, and supposed to be mega.
addled brain
Yeah.
noticed, the double stuff Oreos seem to be packed much looser than the originals. Ditto for the mega stuff varieties. More empty space meant more opportunities to jiggle around, which meant more broken cookies and crumbs at the bottom of each package. Even the number of Oreos that you get in a column isn't consistent. For the double stuff, we found that some columns had 12 cookies and some had 13. For mega
What? Some of them had 12 and some of them had 13?
column isn't consistent. For the double stuff, we found that some columns had 12 cookies and some had
Dang, do y'all know that, y'all? Y'all, well, I don't really count my cookies like that. I really don't. I just like, okay. You feel me? But if y'all do count y'all cookies, do y'all know that shit? Let me know in the comment below.
13. For mega stuff, the cookies per row varied from 7 to 8. Made me think back to our
So they be, damn.
shrinkflation episode and wonder if maybe
Oh, yeah, I saw that shit.
this is intentional, trying to get us used to the idea of
Alright,
having
so go
fewer
to my
cookies
channel.
in each
Y'all gotta
package.
check it
Then,
out.
of course, you had moments like this.
What is this? What is this crap? It's a little minty Oreo bowl. You can pour your cereal in there and scoop it out. I should sell this one on eBay. It's like a miracle.
Like I said, my cream-addled brain was going to some weird places.
the party size bag. Party size. Yeah, does it look like we're really having a party here? Party of one. Saddest party known to mankind. Forever alone, MatPat, with his mint Oreos. Just gonna make myself feel better. That did make me feel better. These are delicious.
Then on to the thins.
I think we're gonna do the pry it apart method with these guys. Oh, there it is. That's a win. Yeah, it's like you're having a shuck an oyster. Shuck your Oreos.
And over to the minis.
Oreo minis were built to be bite-sized.
Yeah.
Is this how big of a bite you think I have? Yeah? You underestimate me, Oreo. I'll show you. I'll show you bite-sized Oreos. This is bite-sized edition Oreos.
After hours of taking apart and weighing several hundred Oreo cookies of different varieties, we finally came up with our results. Ladies and gentlemen, our double stuffed Oreos really double the stuff. Drum roll, please.
I'm dead. I'm dead, man.
Anyway, the answer is yes. Double stuff is almost exactly double the stuff of regular Oreos. 1.97 times the stuff by our measurements, but I'm willing to chalk up that missing 0.03 to human error on our part. It is really tough to remove every last bit of cream out of the wafer to truly get 100% accurate measurements. So, double stuff, sorry I doubted you. It didn't really seem like double the stuff, but I can't argue with the data. As for the more hefty Oreos, mega
Wait, your water, wait. 15, 11, okay, I see.
stuff wound up being 2.8 times the stuff, and most stuff weighed in at 3.7 times the stuff. So the mega stuff and most stuff are a little shy of qualifying for the labels of triple stuff and quadruple stuff, but that's probably why they went with the more ambiguous names. They didn't want to write checks that their cookies couldn't cash. Here's another thing I found fascinating. Flavored Oreos, in our case mint, while not advertised as having extra stuffing, are actually closer to being double stuffed Oreo sizes than regular sized.
I feel like these were born out of Oreo feeling threatened by the Girl Scouts and Thin Mints. They're like, okay, you got your Thin Mints, but we got your thick mints. These are default double stuff? They're pretty close.
The extra stuffing isn't the only thing that made the mint flavor a bit of an oddball either. The mint flavored stuffing actually has a completely different consistency from the regular vanilla stuff, which makes it stick to the cookies in all kinds of interesting ways. In 2016, a team of aerospace engineers noticed that with regular Oreos, the stuff always seems to stick to one side. In fact, within a given column of Oreos, you'll find that all of them have the same cream orientation. Twist them open, the cream is always going to wind up on the same cookie. And this was actually something that we were able to verify within our own tests. However, when we tried to do the same thing with the mint Oreos, things didn't go quite so cleanly.
So watch this column right here. We're gonna take one Oreo, it's a fresh column, and I'm holding it the way it was laying in there. So we do a little twist, and you'll notice that the bottom came off from the top. So if I was here, boop, it's the bottom one. The next in line should also come off. So again, the bottom, that didn't work at all. Cool. That line.
I'm dead.
It's the mint. Ignore the aeronautics engineers who said this. Complete lie.
So yeah, flavored Oreos, just plain weird. Speaking of weird, the Oreo Thins have less cream and thinner wafers. Specifically with the Thins, you're getting 33% less wafer and 45% less cream, which means that if you prefer the chocolate exterior more than the vanilla filling, Oreo Thins are mathematically speaking your best choice of cookie. At least that's what I would be saying if it wasn't for Oreo Minis. Oreo Minis have an even bigger wafer to cream ratio. The Minis have 70% less wafer than the regular Oreo, but 81% less cream. If you like chocolate over vanilla, go small. Also, golden Oreos, pure mad lads. They are the embodiment of the chaotic good. The wafer weighs slightly more, but they have significantly less cream, a whopping 23% less. But then you go to the golden double stuff Oreos and you get way more cream, 2.4 times, in fact. But in the end, the numbers proved it. Completely blowing my mind, double stuff Oreos are, as best as I can tell, exactly what they claim to be. Also, here's the general rule as it applies to Oreos: bigger equals more cream, smaller equals more chocolate. Plan your next shopping trip accordingly. If you're a vanilla cream fan, obviously you're gonna go with more and more stuffing. But if you're a chocolate fan, you should be going after those bite-sized Oreo minis and thins. Or, you know, you just scrap it all and go with a Hydrox instead. But hey, that's just a theory. A food
theory.
theory. Bon appetit.
Oreo. How's that?
It was amazing.
Was that an Ori yes or an Ori no?
Ori, heck yes.
Ori heck yes, that's right. Woo! It's my sound test. Oreo, 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 Ori heck yes.
Anyway, yeah, that got me surprised. But anyway, he got that voice. But anyway, yes, the double stuff order is double stuff. You know what I mean? On the theory, man, full theory. you know, double stuffed Oreos is a scam. It's not a scam. They ain't scamming y'all. They actually is double stuffed. Cause I wrote all like, sometimes they could, yeah, get your money. I don't care. But nah, they is double stuffed though, man. Hey, leave a like on my channel, y'all, man. Hit the bell up, and yeah, hi, peace.